Hi, hello, namaste. This is Manjunath Patnanshetty and you're watching Physics Square. So, let us start our session. In yesterday's class, we were speaking about charge. In today's class, we will speak about types of charges as well as gold leaf electroscope. So, आज का सेशन पूरा टाइप्स ऑफ चार्जेस के ऊपर होगा और थोड़ा बहुत हम इलेक्ट्रोस्कोप भी पढ़ लेंगे, गोल्ड लीफ इलेक्ट्रोस्कोप. सो लेट अस स्टार्ट आवर सेशन विथ टाइप्स ऑफ चार्जेस. Types of charges. चार्जेस दो तरीके के होते हैं. फर्स्ट वन विल बी पॉजिटिव चार्ज. इट इज पॉजिटिव चार्ज. सेकेंड वन इज नेगेटिव चार्ज. जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज है उसको हम प्लस सिंबल से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, जो नेगेटिव चार्ज है उसको हम माइनस सिंबल से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. सवाल उठता है कि हम क्लासिफाई कैसे किए, हाउ वी क्लासिफाइड दीज टू चार्जेस. जैसे कि हम पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव की बातें जो कर रहे हैं ये कैसे हुआ. सो आंसर इज बाय द मेथड ऑफ कन्वेंशन. सो नोट डाउन दिस, बाय द मेथड ऑफ कन्वेंशन. जो क्लासिफाई किए साइंटिस्ट का नाम है बेंजामिन फ्रैंकलिन. बेंजामिन फ्रैंकलिन. The scientist who classified the charges is nothing but Benjamin Franklin. So here, to understand this in a better fashion, I would like to take an example of, let us take an example of magnesium. Let us take an example of magnesium. So we all know that magnesium का atomic number होता है, atomic number of magnesium is 12 यानी 12. So if you pay attention towards electronic configuration, इसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होता है 2,8,2. व्हाट इज एटॉमिक नंबर 12? इसका मतलब ये है कि इसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन 12 है और प्रोटॉन्स भी कितने हैं? 12. सो इफ यू पे अटेंशन टुवर्ड्स इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, जो आउटर मोस्ट शेल में सिर्फ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. कितने हैं इलेक्ट्रॉन्स? 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. तो ऑक्टेट स्टेट को पूरा करने के लिए, टू कंप्लीट द ऑक्टेट स्टेट, व्हाट शुड बी डन हियर? इसको ना ये 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को खोना पड़ता है. It has to lose 2 electrons so as to get a stable state or to get a completely filled orbit. So what normally happens here? It loses. How many electrons? 2 electrons. How many electron it loses? It loses 2 electrons. इसका मतलब है कि 12 में से कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स गए? 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स गए. तो बाकी रह गया कितना? 10. बाकी कितना है अभी प्रेजेंट? 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स प्रेजेंट है. सो डेटा ऐसा है कि अभी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स 10 हुए, प्रोटॉन्स कितने हुए? 12. मेजॉरिटी कौन है? किसका मेजॉरिटी है? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का मेजॉरिटी है या प्रोटॉन्स का मेजॉरिटी है? यहाँ पे प्रोटॉन्स ज़्यादा है. यहाँ पे प्रोटॉन्स ज़्यादा है. इसीलिए हम क्या बोलते हैं कि यहाँ पे इस मैग्नीशियम को ना हम पॉजिटिवली चार्ज्ड कहते हैं. इसको हम पॉजिटिवली चार्ज कहते हैं. किस लिए कहते हैं? दिस इज द रीजन. फाइन. सो आई होप दिस एग्जाम्पल इज प्रिटी मच क्लियर फॉर यू पीपल. हम इस क्लासिफिकेशन को ना इस एग्जाम्पल से समझते। दूसरा एग्जाम्पल भी ले लूंगा, लेकिन आई वॉन्ट यू पीपल टू टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ दिस। स्क्रीनशॉट लेने के बाद हम दूसरे एग्जाम्पल भी ले लेंगे क्लोरीन का, सो दैट वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट इन अ बेटर फैन। फाइन, या अभी हम बात करेंगे क्लोरीन का। क्लोरीन, एग्जाम्पल नंबर 2, क्लोरीन। क्लोरीन का एटॉमिक नंबर होता है भाई साहब, एटॉमिक नंबर है 17। इसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होता है 287। इसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन कितना होता है? 287। यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्व कीजिए थोड़ा, जो लास्ट में जो 7 है, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि आउटर मोस्ट ऑर्बिट में 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है। ऑक्टेट पूरे करने के लिए इसको ना हम अभी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन और चाहिए। कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स चाहिए अभी? अभी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन और चाहिए। तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ इट विल बोरो एन इलेक्ट्रॉन। इसका मतलब ये हुआ इट इज गोइंग टू बोरो one more extra electron so as to complete its oxidate state and it is going to remain stable। चलिए थोड़ा बहुत इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और प्रोटॉन्स के बारे में भी देख लेंगे कि डेटा क्या होता है। तो पहले कितने थे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स? पहले 17 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स थे। प्रोटॉन्स कितने थे? प्रोटॉन्स भी 17 थे। सो आफ्टर दिस obtaining this stable state, सो यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन और आया। इसका मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितने हुए? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स 18। प्रोटॉन्स कितने हुए? 17। मेजॉरिटी कौन है? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। इसका मतलब क्या है? क्लोरीन इज नेगेटिवली चार्ज्ड। इसका मतलब क्या है? क्लोरीन इज नेगेटिवली चार्ज्ड। कौन डिसाइड करता है? द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का जो नंबर होता है वो डिसाइड करता है वेदर इट इज पॉजिटिवली चार्ज्ड और नेगेटिवली चार्ज्ड। कंपैरिजन बिटवीन दीज टू। सो वी केम टू नो दैट हाउ वी क्लासिफाई द चार्जेस बेस्ड ऑन द कन्वेंशन मेथड। सो फर्स्ट वन वी अंडरस्टूड बाय टेकिंग मैग्नीशियम, सेकेंड वन वी अंडरस्टूड बाय टेकिंग क्लोरीन। सो व्हाट इज द कंक्लूजन यू आर गोइंग टू ड्रॉ फ्रॉम दीज टू एग्जाम्पल्स? सो व्हाट इज द कंक्लूजन यू आर गोइंग टू ड्रॉ फ्रॉम these two examples? Conclusion. What is the conclusion? Conclusion. So what you understood by this? If atom loses an electron, if atom loses an electron, if atom loses an electron, it becomes positively charged. If atom gains an electron, it becomes negatively charged. This is the conclusion what we have drawn from these two examples. I want you people to take the screenshot of this as soon as possible. Fine, I hope that you people have taken a screenshot of this. So now if you pay attention, इन दोनों एग्जाम्पल को आप गौर से देखिए। यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? जो भी ट्रांसफर हुआ है वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो रहे हैं। Whatever the transfer you are taking place here, so electrons are getting transferred. Protons का बात ही नहीं हो रहा है। There is no transfer of protons. इसका मतलब भी है, the reason is there because this is very important for you people to remember. Mass of proton is 1837 times of mass of electron. Mass of proton is 1837 times of mass of electron. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि mass of proton or proton is heavy. Proton is heavy, therefore आदान प्रदान में जो कुछ भी पार्टिसिपेट करता है वो करता है इलेक्ट्रॉन। इसका बारे में बात ही नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज इट इज हेवी। होप यू पीपल टेक दिस स्क्रीनशॉट। आफ्टर दिस आई हैव अ स्मॉल एक्सपेरिमेंट टू शो यू practically that how charges actually behave. Fine. This is a small demonstration. With the help of we can understand the behavior of charges. इस एक्सपेरिमेंट से हम एक तो तय कर सकते हैं कि चार्जेस कैसे बिहेव करते हैं। सो लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दिस, लेट अस डू दिस प्रैक्टिकली। इसके लिए हम यहाँ पे थोड़ा यहाँ पे जो एक्सपेरिमेंट हम जो परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, इट इज़ नॉट अ बिग रॉकेट साइंस एक्सपेरिमेंट, इट इज़ अ वेरी स्मॉल सिंपल एक्सपेरिमेंट जहाँ पे हमने लिया है 2 straws लिया है मैंने। नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल रब दिस straws विथ क्लॉथ, और से फॉर एग्जांपल आई विल रब दिस प्लास्टिक straw विथ wool. Rubbing this. I have rubbed this now. Let it rest. Yeah. Make sure that it is stagnant. It is not moving. Yeah. Now I have taken another straw and I am rubbing this. When I take this straw nearer to this, you can see that without any physical contact, it is rotating. What do you mean by this? This straw which is in my hand, making the straw hand to rotate. It means that they both are repelling each other. Both are repelling each other. I don't have any physical contacts here. Yeah, it is pretty much, it is rotating by itself. There is no magic here. Fine. So, what is the conclusion you are going to draw from this experiment? It is that when you rub a plastic straw, with a wool, it acquires, plastic straw acquires, it acquires negative charge. It acquires, it acquires negative charge. So, in this also it acquired negative charge, in this straw also it acquired negative charge. When I brought these 2 straws together, they were repelling each other. It means that when electrons are brought together, they repel. What happens? They repel. Why are they repelling? Because they are of same polarity. Why they are repelling? Because both the charges which are present on both the straws are of what? Same polarity. Therefore, you can see the repulsion. Now, we'll do this. Fine. I have a glass rod here as well as a straw pipe. Now, again, I want to charge this straw pipe, or I want to rub this straw pipe with the wool. Now, let us rub this. It's a small experiment. It's done everywhere. Yeah. Make sure that it hangs rest position. Fine. Yeah. Now I have taken a glass rod and I am rubbing the glass rod. Let's see what happens. You can observe that without any physical contact, the straw is coming nearer to the glass rod. Why is this happening? It is happening because whenever you rub a glass rod, I have taken a thick glass rod, so it takes a time. So if you take a thin glass rod, definitely there will be attraction. You can notice a quick attraction. Now, what is the conclusion you are going to draw from this experiment is, whenever you take a glass rod and when you rub it with wool or when you rub it with silk cloth, you get positive charge. What do you get? You get positive charge on the glass rod. And you have rubbed this plastic straw with wool. It means that it is going to acquire what charge it is going to acquire? It is going to acquire negative charge. Negative charge. What is the conclusion you have drawn from the recent experiment? It is the attraction you have seen between the glass rod as well as the straw pipe. It means opposite polarity. Polarity charges attract each other. Opposite polarity charges attract each other. So it is very much clear from this demonstration that whenever you take plastic, or you can draw like this, whenever there are similar charges, what you are going to expect? You are going to expect repulsion. That is what we discussed in yesterday's class. And also in today's class, we came to know pretty much clear that whenever there are opposite polarity charges, one is positive and another one is negative, it means that what happened here? We got to see the attraction between opposite polarity charges. Fine. So I will stop this experiment here and I will be continuing the class further. So from the previous experiment, we have some conclusions which I will be writing on the board. So those conclusions are pretty much clear for you people. So first conclusion from the previous experiment was negative charge and negative charge what we got to see between these two? Repel each other. Second one, positive and positive charge. Again, what we can see here, repulsion between them, repel each other. Third conclusion, positive as well as negative charge. What you can see here, attraction between each other. Even it is same for negative as well as positive. These are the conclusions which we have drawn from the experiment, and these are the things which holds good. See here, like charges always repel each other. Like charges always repel each other. This is the conclusion. Unlike charges, like positive as well as negative, attract each other. This is the conclusion what we have drawn from the previous experiment. And even in yesterday's class, we had some discussion about electrons as well as protons, So I want to conclude even with that also. Let us take an electron. We all know that electron is negatively charged, and I'll keep two electrons 1 centimeter away. What we can expect between these two electrons? Definitely there will be repulsion, because both are same charged, both are similarly charged particles. Therefore there will be electric force of 2.3 into 10 to the power of minus 24 newtons. What do you mean by this? Here the charge on this electron, there is a charge, this negative charge, this charge is responsible for repulsion. This negative charge is responsible for what? Repulsion. Fine. Charge on the electron. negative charge. Repetitively telling, negative charge which is present on the electron, that charge is responsible for this two electrons to repel each other. Now let us take even two protons also. This is also proton. I will take one more proton which is separated by 1 centimeter of distance, and there is electric force. Definitely that electric force is 2.3 into 10 to the power of minus 24 newtons. What you can say, there again there will be a repulsion, man. There will be a repulsion. This repulsion is due to what? These charges. These charges on the protons. Fine. So I want you people to take a screenshot so that you can remember this, as well as it will be helpful for you people to remember the concept while doing some revisions. Chalo. Let's start with the last topic of the session, that is nothing but gold leaf electroscope. Gold leaf electroscope. If there are any doubts, you can put those doubts in the comment box. In the coming sessions, I'll be clearing all the doubts. Gold leaf electroscope. Gold leaf electroscope. So diagram is like this. There will be a jar. There will be a jar. Please get compromised with my diagrams, because this art is called as modern art. Okay. So there is a glass jar which is rested. Yeah, it is pretty much nice. Yeah, which is rested. Now I will take some cork and I'll fix the cork here. I'll take some metal rod to which metallic disc is attached. To which metallic disc is attached. Shade कर लेते थोड़ा बहुत. This is metallic rod. Yeah, this is metallic rod to which gold leaves are attached. To which gold leaves are attached. Now this is cork. This is jar. These are gold leaves. Leaves, gold leaves. This is metallic disc. Fine. This is a basic arrangement of gold leaf electroscope. Now what is electroscope? Electroscope होता है एक डिवाइस. Electroscope is a device which detects the nature of charge and also presence of charge on the charged body. So what is gold leaf electroscope? Gold leaf electroscope is a device which is helpful to detect the nature of the charge as well as the presence of charge on the charged body. Fine, that is nothing but electroscope. So there are some facts which we need to understand in gold leaf electroscope. First question comes, अच्छा, जो भी हमने लिया यहाँ पे गोल्ड लीव्स लिए, वाई गोल्ड लीव्स ओनली प्रिफर्ड? सी, it is a property of a gold, or it is a property of a metal which is called as malleability. So there is a property of a gold. That property is nothing but what? Malleability. Malleability is nothing but a property of a metal where the metals can be beaten into a thin sheets. So we can beat that gold into a thin sheet such that these two gold metal what I have taken, whatever the gold metal I have taken, it will become so thin, it will become such like a leaves. Only this is possible only with the gold. So gold is preferred. And one more thing, gold is very sensitive. Gold is very sensitive. These two are the reasons why we have preferred gold here for electroscope. Now, what it does? Say for example, there are some two cases I have to discuss here. Now, say for example, I have taken some material, fine, a body which is charged, Say for example, there are positive charges on this body. Now, previously I have charged this electroscope. My electroscope is also charged, and I know the charges present in the electroscope. Say for example, there are positive charges present in the electroscope. Now, what will happen when I take this substance, or when I take this matter near to the metallic disc, the charges which are present here will start flowing here. Due to the same polarity of the charges, you can expect this gold leaf will diverge each other. What will happen? You can see the diversion. They diverge each other. Now, what if? Let us say for example, I have taken a body with negative charges. What you can expect here? See, both are of opposite polarity. Now, what will happen to the gold leaf? Gold leaf will converge each other. This will converge. This will converge. When opposite polarity, this will converge. When negative same polarity, it will diverge. So, for this sake, only we need this electroscope. So, this is what the electroscope is. I hope that this is pretty much clear. And what is the property of a gold? Property of a gold is nothing but that property used here is nothing but malleability. Because of the malleability only, what will happen? You can see both the leaves that are beaten into a thin sheets. So I will be ending my session here. So any doubts regarding to today's topic or regarding to today's session, you just put those questions or queries into the comment box. I will be dealing with all those your queries as well as your doubts in the coming sessions. Fine. Hope you understood and enjoyed the lecture today. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you all.